Like and subscribe to PalsFundamentals for more content like this. Sources linked below.
Welcome. Today we're bringing you a Faroese news report. Basically, your factual update on recent events, key developments in the North Atlantic.
Exactly. And our goal here is just to lay out the information, straight from the sources. We report it impartially, highlight different viewpoints if they're there, but definitely no speculation from us.
Right. So today's segments, we've got a recent drug smuggling arrest, the latest financial results from Luna's salmon operations,
Always important.
a new hydrokinetic energy project from Minesto, which sounds interesting,
Very.
and unfortunate incident aboard the Norrøna ferry.
Yes.
And we'll touch on the ongoing national consensus debate regarding the Danish rum.
It's quite a mix, but all these pieces, from local crime to big industry and politics, they really paint a picture of what's happening in the Faroe Islands right now. We'll give you the key details.
Okay, let's start with that law enforcement news. The internal drug smuggling arrest. Yeah, this happened yesterday, 2:30 p.m. at the airport. Customs arrested a man.
The scans confirmed it. At the National Hospital.
That's right. They confirmed foreign bodies in his stomach. Pretty clear indication of drugs.
So he's in custody now.
Yes, and police are basically waiting for the drugs to pass naturally.
Is there a time limit on that before needing a judge?
There is. It's a 24-hour detention limit before they need that judicial review. Standard procedure, really.
Got it. Okay, switching gears now to the economy. Luna's salmon harvest results.
Right, Partafalagia Luna. They reported a profit after tax for 2024 of 77 million DKK.
77 million. That sounds, lower than before?
It is, yeah. A significant drop, actually. It was 262 million DKK in 2023.
Wow, okay. And 2022 was also higher.
204 million in 2022. So definitely a downward trend in profit this past year.
Any reason given?
It's linked to lower net sales. They hit 1.2 billion DKK in 2024, which is nearly 200 million less than the year before.
But they hired more people.
Interestingly, yes. Their average workforce went up by 25 to 357 employees. Management said they were satisfied, considering, but they flagged salmon lice as the biggest threat.
Right, that's a constant battle in salmon farming.
It is. They did make a point of saying no antibiotics are used in their production, though.
And market shifts. Did sales change geographically?
Big time. Sales to the USA dropped quite a bit, from 845 million down to 557 million DKK.
Okay.
But sales to Denmark went up 49 million to 86 million, and other European countries saw growth too, from 394 million up to 573 million DKK.
So a pivot towards Europe, it seems.
Looks like it. Financially, their total balance is around 1.86 billion DKK, with equity at 1.28 billion. So still a solid position.
Okay. Now this energy project sounds quite innovative. Minesto.
Yeah, this is pretty exciting. A group led by the Swedish company Minesto got funding 25 million Swedish krona, about 16.8 million Danish krona.
And it's for tidal power for the out islands.
Exactly. Developing an energy plant using hydrokinetic energy, specifically for those islands not connected to the main SEV grid.
So providing power where the main network doesn't reach.
Precisely. It involves a microgrid battery system, all powered by tidal currents. SEV is a key partner, along with Minesto and others.
When does that start?
Work should begin this August, and they expect to finish it up next year.
Okay, something to watch. Now, on to the Norrøna incident. A passenger overboard.
Yes, sadly. A Faroese passenger fell from the ferry on Saturday night. The ship was south of Norway, heading for the Faroes.
And the police investigation, what did they find?
Well, they conducted interrogations when the ship docked in Tórshavn. The preliminary conclusion is it was an accident.
No signs of foul play?
No indications of that, according to the police reports. No one actually saw the fall happen directly.
Oh.
But some people saw the person near the hot tubs on deck 7 just before.
And the search?
It's ongoing. A Norwegian helicopter has been involved in the search efforts.
Okay. A difficult situation. Finally, let's briefly cover the political side, the national consensus debate.
Right. Specifically, the Union Party's stance. That's Sambandsflokkurin.
And they're not participating.
They've stated they won't join this so-called national consensus, their main reason. They believe the other party's goal of leaving the Danish realm. Well, they think it risks Faroe's welfare.
So they favor staying within the realm, but maybe changing things.
Exactly. They're pushing for what they call a new union, modernizing the realm to get more foreign policy powers within that structure.
And they're critical of the current consensus talks.
Yeah, they criticize it for lacking concrete plans for what they see as really big changes. They also suggest it might be a way to divert attention from other pressing domestic issues.
Like what?
Things like the pension system, the Subaroi Tunnel project, VAT exemptions, the shorter work week idea, plus the budget deficit and lack of a financial policy framework. Lots of unresolved stuff, they argue.
But don't all parties want more independence in international bodies like WTO or EFTA?
They acknowledge that common ground, yes.
Yeah.
But the Union Party stresses that getting those memberships needs negotiation, not just declaring independence. They point out EFTA members have rejected the idea before.
So they see the timing as maybe political maneuvering.
That's the implication, yes. Shifting focus away from the government's current challenges.
Okay. So we've covered quite a range there. Law enforcement, industry shifts, energy innovation, a safety incident, and complex politics.
It really shows you the different forces at play in the Faroes, the local issues alongside the bigger strategic questions about their future and place in the world.
It's a lot to keep track of. Definitely a dynamic situation.
Absolutely. Constant balancing act.
Like and subscribe to PalsFundamentals for more content like this. Sources linked.